People call me a marketing guru. Internet, network, multi-level marketing, home-based business. Now I'm called a guru because of over the past 8 years or so, I have been able to sponsor literally thousands of people into various programs, both online and offline. Building huge teams isn't a problem, and it's made me decent money. Actually, it's made me a whole lot of money. And as you might imagine, that made me and my family pretty happy. But as I was building this team, I began noticing something rather troubling. As the team was growing through my efforts, I was the only one making serious money. Now this means I would have had to keep on marketing forever. I was never going to be able to stop the 12 to 15 hour days, both on the phone and computer, building and replacing, building and replacing. The always promised duplication, yeah, well, that is a lie. As a matter of fact, less than 0.1% will ever really profit from traditional multi-level marketing or home-based business. Let's think about why this is. What is it we are doing here? It is basically normal everyday people talking to other normal everyday people about joining a business. And upon joining, these people are supposed to miraculously turn into salespeople, and unfortunately that is rarely the case, and they flounder. In fact, it is more like they fall flat on their faces while trying to make their business pay. So people such as myself train. We train new people. I created new training systems, training programs, training webinars. I give so much training, and when I noticed that it's not working, I even paid for people's ads. Even with all that expense and effort over time, I was starting to see this huge group of people that I would have spent much time and energy building in, shrinking into an always smaller group of people. Now why is that? When people are not making money, they get discouraged. After they get discouraged, they get kind of mad. And after they get mad, well, they leave. It is a lot like herding cattle, constantly building or constantly replacing over and over again. That is because in traditional MLM and home-based businesses, there is really only two scenarios. There is the 99% that make little or more likely no money, or the less than 1 out of 1,000 that truly substantially profits. That's horrible odds, right? But what causes this? It is really simple. If you can't sell and you can't sponsor, then you are sorry to say, my friend, but you are out of luck. So we can either throw in the towel on the entire concept of network marketing and home-based businesses, or find a company with a pay plan that actually makes sense, that literally pays everyone for their efforts. So everybody who joins gets paid, simple. And everyone who participates literally gets paid. Whether you are a superstar who can sponsor a ton of people and who can sell a bunch of products, or you are a newbie, brand new, just learned network marketing and just getting their feet wet, you perform a simple action and you get paid, period. Now, of course, we all have different wants and needs. Some love their careers, they really just want a supplement. Others simply just want the time to pursue their passions, pursue their true interests, while there are those such as myself that just want to see how big we can build something, take something to the absolute top. And to get that done, I need team members to be more successful than I am. Well, with that said, let me tell you about a company that meets these needs and way more. We have a product that is highly desirable, and we're paid to advertise our product and build a team. If you choose to. You don't need to. It is not necessary. And you don't need to stock or distribute the product. It is digital. So let's talk about 3 separate scenarios. 3 different kinds of people here, if you will. And we will start with Anne. Anne is limited in resources. So she is starting at a modest beginning, just $299. Now what Anne is doing is she is buying a contract, and it guarantees her that if she sells stuff, she is going to make as much as $50 a week. But if she never sells anything, as long as she advertises the company, she can never make less than $20 a week for an entire year, every week. And if she wants to make more, she just buys more contracts. Which brings us to Dave. Now Dave is a little bit more aggressive. So he starts with what we call the family plan, and that is $1,375. Now again, Dave is buying a contract, and it assures Dave that if he sells stuff, he can make as much as $250 a week, but again, never less than $100 per week. Now if he wants to make more, Dave just simply needs to buy more contracts. And that brings us to Nick and Tracy. They are highly motivated. So they start at what we call the team builder. Now that is a more substantial outlay, but once again folks, they are buying a contract, and that contract lets them know that if they sell stuff, they can make up to $2,500 per week, but never less than $1,100 per week for an entire year. And again, if they want to make more money, they need to buy more contracts. Now, have you noticed something about all three of these scenarios? Yeah, none of them sponsored anyone. Had they sponsored anyone, they would have made more money. So you remember that old Aunt Mary who told you that if you ever called her about another business again, she will kick your butt? Well, she is going to start seeing that your life is improving in multiple ways. Paying of bills, paying for those nicer things, feeling freer, and she's going to see this happening and see you with more free time while pursuing your interests. And she is not the only one going to notice these things that's happening, but the reaction of everyone who notices is going to be the same. So that magic, elusive sponsoring that has always been so hard, it's probably going to happen in spite of you. And since you are already assured of an income, well, that is just icing on the cake. And that dropout rate that we already talked about is also gone. Now, I know we have all had, a little revenge we wanted to wreak on companies who claim they are stable. So let me tell you a few things that our company is doing. They are currently partnered with Best Western Hotel Chain to build 500 hotels. Now that is not 500 hotel rooms, okay? That is 500 hotels in the country of Brazil ahead of the World Cup and the coming Olympics. But even more impressive, over the past 12 months they have created over 23 millionaires. Now that is a ton of money. Best of all is that now it is your turn. You are extremely lucky as you have just so happened to land on this page, which is the fastest growing millionaires team in this business. And with us, everyone gets paid and breaks free from the ever so boring daily grind. So you need to go below this video right now and click on the button which says 23 millionaires created in the last 12 months right here. And on the next page, I'll take you into a whole new world that you would have never even guessed even existed right under your nose. So click the button below this video and I'll see you on the next page.